7.
Do you feel ready?
Yeah, I definitely feel ready. I feel like I've done everything in my power to be as fit as I can for this race. It's just past 8 AM. It's Wednesday today, so we're currently 8 days out from Hyrox Worlds. Just made my breakfast, so we've got a yogurt bowl, we've got a coffee, and we've got 500 mils of electrolytes, and there's a little bit of beetroot powder in as well.
Should I put my car wire on?
If you want to.
Should I?
Yeah. Go on then. We're in Texas, why not?
No, I'm not. The tash is enough. The hardest thing now is probably the anticipation. I've had enough, the self-doubt, the intrusive thoughts. Every athlete I've ever worked with has exactly the same process. Thinking that doing more is going to help. So now it's just about trusting what you've done, trusting the work that you've put in, and going out and just executing as best as possible.
So it's Wednesday, week before World Championships. We've got 8 days until we race. We're down at On It Gym, and this morning we're going to be doing a lower body strength session, lots of function work, and we're going to wrap it up with an applied strength piece with some wall ball and lunge skill practice.
What do you think about the heat?
It's fine. What do you think about the heat?
It's fine.
You're suffering, lad. I think it's just getting all the things that you can control right, but there's still a lot of things that are uncontrollable that could go either in your favour or against you.
How's the body feeling?
It's still battered from the weekend.
Or is it like the beat?
So,
What did you do?
yeah, just need to get fixed up. We've got 8 days, so we need to be feeling the best that we can do in 8 days. That's the challenge.
That like basically is my
Training in the lead up to this has been weeks and months. Managing the lows and the unexpected things that happen within a training phase, I think that's probably the hardest bit.
The hamstring's a little bit tight. I think it's from limping a little bit because he's got such bad DOMs in his calf. So it just changes the mechanics. Your hips move slightly differently. So we're just going to have to spend a little bit of time trying to just encourage that hamstring to lengthen a little bit and stop grabbing so that we don't get any issues when we start loading.
I feel like every day at the moment is just like problem solving. So we just, there's issues and we just need to find the problem. Like sometimes it's not just as easy as, something's tight, release that and it'll be fine. Like we don't know. I feel like there's a bit of an underlying issue. I don't know what it's coming from. I don't know if it's coming from my back. I don't know if it's coming from the hip. My hamstring and calves are really, really tight and we don't know why. So it's about kind of like fixing it and doing the correct movement, so we're kind of pain free for next week.
Jake's got strengths and weaknesses, so Jake's disciplined in the sense that he will go to the gym and do exactly what he's told.
Stay tall, stay even, think about the knees being in the same place.
Jake lacks patience. He maybe doesn't fully respect the fact that he's in an endurance sport and it takes years to peak as an endurance athlete. I think the data will tell us that most endurance athletes are quite a lot older when they hit the kind of best than Jake is now. So I think sometimes he needs to accept that he just needs to keep putting the work in, keep his head down. undoubtedly this is the biggest race of his life.
Yeah, that's nice, mate. That's right side forward, right knee, right hand, beautiful, good.
But, and I know this because from experience of working with many athletes and watching for years, he's going to have bigger races.
Perfect. 5, 6, 7.
He's going to come in future years where he's going to have more training time, more experience, and he's probably going to have a better chance of winning, podiuming, finishing as high as possible than he is this year. Realistically, no one really ever wins on the first attempt.
So with this workout, we couldn't actually find a 30 kg sandbag, so we've just got a 20 kg, doing slightly longer, and it's probably a good thing because obviously I'm still a bit battered. We've done our strength work, so this is just about kind of moving fast. So yeah, a little bit lighter than race weight.
3, 2, 1,
A little bit lighter than race weight. And then we're using a 9 kg ball, so minute 1 for 25 metre, or sorry, about 24 metre walking lunge, straight into 15 wall balls for the second minute.
3, 2, 1, let's go. No misreps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good, that's better. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13, 14. Okay.
He's not actually done a no rep yet on the wall balls. Maybe we'll have to take this truck to Chicago and park it up.
Let's go.
Thirteen, 14, 15.
Got 4 strip loin steaks on the barbecue. Look at that, Tom. Look at that one. Whoa. Let it rest. And we're good to go.
That's a tough one. It's probably one for, you know, people around me. So it's probably one for my coach, one for Emily, who see me from an external view. In my eyes, I think the only thing that I could have probably done better is saying no more in the lead up. But at the end of the day, like you've got to live life. You've got to take experiences. You've got to take chances. Like when someone says, do you want to go to Doha and Dubai to do activations, which is going to improve business. You're going to inspire people, you're going to meet new people, and it's still fitness orientated. The only downside is the travel, and that can affect your prep. It's very hard to say no.
Let's go, bro. Protein in the. We're a fan of Proud Marys for sure.
I like it.
So we just met the guys from BPN. There was Tony and Jordan. We had some lunch, and now we're gonna go and meet the boys. We've got a big upper body session at Lift ATX.
Homage to Uncle Andy. Welcome to America, baby. You good?
Good, man.
You well?
Good, man.
Tommy, legend, how you doing?
Good, bro.
Did you have a steak?
Yeah, this chill. Only 3 hours for us. Yeah. How about you? Bodybuilding? Don't miss
So we've got a pretty jacked videography team. Check out the boys. Good set.
Top 3. A lot of people have been asking in the DMs who's going to be the top 3 world champs. I'm going in no particular order. In a particular order. Jake Dearden, James Kelly, Hunter McIntyre. Maybe that guy who calls himself a raccoon.
He's just he's just chose the people he knows. He doesn't know anyone else.
They're my mates. The rest of them. No, that raccoon's looking good.
The raccoon.
He calls himself a raccoon, right?
The raccoon.
Yeah, he's looking alright, but he's got no chance. Not got enough muscle. Yeah, he's not got enough muscle. These 3 boys have got the muscle. They've got the rigs. It scares the rest of them away. That's the problem. They might be faster and they might be quicker on the stations, but when you see that chest coming at you, you're fucked.
It's no fucking surprise though.
Apparently this is meant to be the best smokehouse there is. Oh, watch your flash back. Oh, that looks incredible.
Okay, we're gonna come right through so much.
Check that.
That's the brisket right now. Oh yeah. Say do some. Oh yeah. Watch this. Pulls it right off the boat.
Water bottle, water cup. Water cup for free, water bottle for not. Water bottle.
Almost 9 years. Yeah. I've seen a lot.
Has it changed a lot?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Grown.
I've seen. What is it? I've seen so many different BPN athletes come in here. So yeah. Yeah. There we go.
Thank you guys, y'all enjoy it.
Somebody wants to carry the meat, I'll carry this. We'll take it right up to the table.
Oh my god.
It's like melting the mouth and nose. Brisket done right is so much better than steak, isn't it? Like, it's so much better.
That barbecue, I'm not going to lie, and I hope you're not going to lie either, that was the best meat I've ever had. I don't know what the big part was. What was that?
Brisket.
The brisket.
So there's brisket, there's ribs, there was also a beef rib, which...
Right.
Yeah,
I didn't try that.
You don't try that?
I got so obsessed with the brisket that I just did that and then loads of turkey as well. Just my arms, dude.
This one was really good.
Gets 10 pints.
See darkness. That is salted buttercake ice cream, and it is the best thing I've ever tasted. I didn't even like ice cream like a year ago. That is unbelievable. That is all. I'm super excited for him. Obviously I've seen all the hard work that goes into it, of the ups, the downs, everything in between, so yeah, I'm super excited. I think in Jake's head, he could never do enough. And I think that he's always trying to like look for what more could he be doing or what could he have done better, and I think sometimes you've got to trust the process. I think that's probably one of Jake's faults, is that he always thinks there's more to be done and sometimes more isn't always better. We're at the Suno coffee shop this morning. We're doing a 247 collaboration with On It and with Desuno, so it is 6:15. We're going to warm up at 6:20, run at 6:30. It's a 5k trail run, and then we're going to come back for a coffee. And so far we've got a really good turnout. So many people wearing 247, which is unreal. And we'll meet them.
Hey Cox, how you doing? Big Diego, what you saying? Not much, man. Just another morning.
Yeah. We got hooked up. So.
He worries a lot about things like getting 7 hours 55 minutes sleep instead of 8, and I think sometimes it is what it is. I know it might not be ideal, but you know, it's just one of those things. Obviously he chooses to travel, he chooses to live a crazy life alongside doing what he's doing.
Alright, thank you for coming to the Suno Run Club. We've got a lot of coffees and a lot of cadence that's all on us after this, so feel free to stay around, drink some coffee, chat to the guys. I've got Jake here, who's our 247 athlete. He's competing at Hyrox Worlds next week, Elite 15. So, yeah, let's give him a round of applause.
3, 1, 2, 3.
247!
Yeah, of course. Most Jack boys here. How we doing?
Awesome kidding it.
Yeah, what a turnout. It's so cool that, you know, on a Thursday before work you can get this many people to come to a run. It's insane. So yeah, it's just past 7 o'clock. Everyone's finished. Everyone's just grabbing a coffee, talking. It's so good. Like, you know, it's very hard to find somewhere like this where, you know, there's so many like-minded people that are all just interested in bettering themselves, getting better, you know, getting better with their fitness goals and just wanting to improve. Everyone's sound here. It's pretty cool.
The biggest obstacle at this point now is in my opinion, and what I'm watching and working with him day in day out as we have been on this trip, is accepting that the work's been done.
So we're here at the BPN headquarters. It's pretty sick. It's 9 o'clock. We're just having a little bit of a tour, and then we're going to get into a gym session.
Accepting that the best thing that you can do in the lead up is actually rest, recover and be fresh. We know that there's a balance between doing too much and not doing enough.
But we know we will eventually.
Just seeing how they operate is really cool. I think obviously this place is super clean because it's brand new, but there's a lot of stock in here as well, man.
And I think that's the biggest challenge now. That's the biggest challenge, which is probably gonna define to what extent the race is a success. The race is a success in my opinion, no matter what. He's done amazing. He in some ways doesn't have any right to be where he is. But does that mean he's going to come 10th, 7th, 5th, 3rd? I think probably him doing less in the lead up now in the last few days is probably going to have a bigger bearing on how well he does.
So we're here at BPN. We've just had a tour around. Obviously you've just seen the scale of the place. So much bigger from last time we came. Last time it was literally only 2 months ago, and it was over there, and we had kind of like a tour. I think this is probably 3 times as big. The gym is it's endless. Like you don't get commercial gyms this big in the UK. I think the biggest challenge has been, you know, battling the what ifs in my head. You know, what if this happens on race day? You know, what if I don't do as well as I thought? What if the training doesn't pay off? What if everyone else beats me? Like, do you know, all these kind of what ifs. I think battling them kind of daily now. You know, they get obviously more intense the lead up, but yeah, it's tough. So today we're actually going to film kind of like an intro YouTube for the BPN's page, just to intro myself and Hyrox to kind of like the channel. So it's kind of like a bit of a day in the life of training, but like I say, it's probably going to be one of our last hard sessions before next week, World Champs, so it's kind of aligned on the perfect day. You know, are you actually good enough, or am I actually good enough to be in the Elite 15 and to be competing at the highest level and to be wanting the place that I want, which, you know, hopefully will be podium. We've got 3 15-minute workouts. So workout 1 is going to be row into wall balls with a little bit of rest, probably 3 to 5 rounds. Workout 2 is going to be an EMOM. So we've got bike erg, we've got a ski erg, and we've got a sled drag. At the moment in this gym they've not got a rope, so we'd normally do sled pull, but we're just going to do walk backs.
just to mimic kind of the same movement. And then workout 3, off the top of my head, is assault bike, lunges and down ups. And then we're going to have a 15-minute kind of easy bike afterwards. So we've got quite a lot. I think it's probably going to take an hour and a half this workout. And then we're going to get some lunch, and then we're going to train after. So yeah, big session. Just had 2 scoops of G1M Sport, so that's 300 milligrams of caffeine. So yeah, we'll be ready for it anyway. Got no choice now. That's it. But yeah, this is the new product that literally launched this week. G1M Sport Plus. So it's got carbs in, it's got your electrolytes, and it's got caffeine. I just had 2 scoops, so let's say doubled up on everything. Should be good.
Settle in for round 1. Stay smooth through the middle. 11, 28, 29, 30. That was 2.2. 30 seconds or so to go. Keep it up. 18, 19, 20. So you get on balance. 21, 22, 23. 24, come on, stay accurate. And then we'll start speeding up the reps. Let's go. 25, come on, keep going. 26, 27, we'll hit that 31, 28, 29, 30.
Workout 1 done, did 4 rounds, 500 metre row, straight into 30 wall balls, 60 seconds rest. So felt really comfortable, felt good. So it's giving me a bit of confidence that we can, because we can't run at the moment. It's giving me confidence that our station work is strong. Holding 142 on the row, and then wall balls, 30 wall balls done in roughly a minute, just a bit over, I think, so happy with that. Now we're just spinning the legs before we hit workout 2, which I think is going to be 15 calorie bike, minute 1, minute 2, 15 calorie ski, minute 3, we're going to do a sled drag. 2,
1, let's go, settle in. Get a good pattern going. Right. Let's go.
Will you show everyone who's behind the camera? Sick of this hiding shit. Pass me that camera. Big T, what have you got to say?
Not a whole lot, really.
Not a lot.
Ta-da.
Where are you? What are you doing, man?
I'm in BPM filming Jake get his session filmed by BPM.
Over there. Having a whale of a time.
Doing some behind the scenes work just so we can show in the next episode.
And then what are you up to later?
Yeah.
What are you up to later?
Going out for dinner with you.
Yeah, man. What are we eating?
Steak.
Yeah, buddy.
Protein hunters.
Yeah, buddy. Are you excited?
Yeah, always excited.
Yeah. Well, it's lovely to see you, and it's nice to see who's operating these cameras. Let's all have a big shout out down in the comments for Big T Cox.
Right.
Nice, Jay. Good one to
8, 14. Great work. I'll give yourself a minute to 2 minutes. Let's get on the bike. There's going to be some lactate in the legs.
You know, there's doubts when I get a bit of an injury. There's doubts when, you know, I don't feel as good as I should do within training. There's doubts when I don't sleep properly because, you know, I'm just thinking about things and I struggle. And then there's just doubts like, you know, when you're just, you know, when you're driving to work, when you're just thinking, you know, yeah, there's always going to be doubts there, I think.
Best session he's done since New York. Makes sense because he's needed a rest, had a little niggle. But yeah, back to his best, looking sharp, movement patterns are good, body's moving well. Everything seems like it's hopefully just falling into place nicely now leading up to Worlds, so super happy with that session. What a gym. Couldn't have gone any better really, to be honest.
We're at the Bear Ranch. Spin round, Tom, to be able to see it. Yeah, we just had a tour. It is insane. Like, you thought BPN and the HQ was it, and then you come here and you see, you know, the facilities in the gym, like they've got there. It's just mind blowing. You know, this ranch is that big. It's got a 4.2 mile loop. This is where they did the backyard ultra. They've got a full gym. They've got like a barbecue area. They've got a little outhouse here where athletes can come and stay. Yeah, it's honestly, there's nothing like this. Definitely in the UK, but I've never seen anything like this ever in the, you know. So I'm just so grateful and so lucky to be a part of this brand. You know, every time I come, it just gets better and better. So yeah, they're really doing something special out here.
So for the ultra, no one came up here. Everything was kind of down on this side, this like half of the property. So it was pretty nice. We could still like kind of keep everything up there private.
Yeah.
And we'll continue to do that.
So where we're at the moment, obviously this is where they started the backyard ultra. They go on more, sign up there. If you turn around, like this is where, they've got a fucking full campsite here. So this is where they all camped out and they pitched the tents. They said they got kind of like parking in the back. Like, this is just the start of something absolutely huge that I feel. Like, you can see behind like how big this place is. And you know, they've got so much room to build whatever they want basically. And it's just, yeah, this would be a dream for anyone, I think, to have kind of like this much land, have a ranch like this. But
the question is, bro, people are going to ask, are you ever going to do a backyard ultra?
Am I ever going to do a backyard ultra? Well, Tony's just said that I am invited to next year's backyard ultra, so maybe we get training for it and see how far we can get. But do you know, hats off to these guys. Do you know, Kim and Kendall, you just see there.
Sweet.
Jake kind of like fully shuts down, I'd say about 2 weeks before a big competition. He's literally, bless him, like a different person.
It's 6:15 PM. We're here at On It Gym for our second session of the day. This is going to be nice and easy. We're just going to do a flow of 5 minute ski, 5 minute row, 5 minute bike, 4 times through. So that's 60 minutes. And then we're going to get into a little bit of a sweat session.
You can see it on his face, he's always thinking about it, he's worrying, he's running it through his head, what could go wrong, what might go wrong. what if it doesn't, go to plan, and you can see it eats away at him. I'd say for a good 2 weeks before a race he does shut down a lot.
Yes, I definitely think I'm confident, but there's also a little bit of pressure. Like, I've done Elite 15 races before where there's been nothing to lose. Like, my first ever Elite 15 in Amsterdam, like, I went into that with nothing to lose, so there wasn't that much pressure. The more you do, the more pressure it builds, but I'm definitely feeling the most confident because I've done the most training, I've been the most consistent, I am the fittest I've ever been. Like, that's just, if you look at the data, I am the fittest I've ever been. Feeling the best, feeling strong. Like, at the moment, I do feel on top of the world.
It's 9:30 and that's 5 days out, so 5 days out. This will probably be our last upper body session. And we're just ticking boxes today. Like, we're doing a horizontal push and pull, we're doing a vertical push and pull, and then we're just doing some biceps and triceps, just ticking over. We'll probably finish with some like high rep push-ups at the end, just to help us with like the burpees and stuff like that. But yeah, today's about just staying healthy, keeping the joints moving, and yeah, who doesn't like training upper body?
I've seen the value in having a team, having yourself, having my coach out, having Emily, being close with my athlete manager.
So we moved on from the compound lifts. We're doing some lateral raises on a machine, and then we're going to hit some biceps and triceps, and then I think we're going to go for breakfast, aren't we?
Big protein breakfast.
By the way, you've not made it onto my YouTube yet?
Yeah.
This is Caesar, has he?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. This is Caesar.
Shout out Tommy. Let me see it, Tommy.
I think what we need to do, obviously, George put on his story, he said that he's got the most jacked videography team. I think we need to build Tommy up, turn him into a bodybuilder. So we can have a competition. We could have the videographer bodybuilding competition. Caesar, Diego, and Tommy.
Diego's got us all. Yeah, Diego's got us all.
Having all these people that are in line with what we're trying to achieve, and we're all trying to achieve that together. I think that's very important, and I've learned that.
Why are you doing this 5 days before a big competition?
This?
Yeah, is it?
I'm not going to failure. I'm like leaving 2 reps in reserve and everything.
Is it important to get a pump on before you compete?
100%.
Right. Okay. I understand.
Obviously, you've got to look good, ain't you?
Right. Yes. Okay,
if you're not going to win, then you.
Foolishly, I thought it was to do with your performance or your time. Obviously, it's just to do with.
Yeah. It's a bodybuilding show.
Good. Very good. How are you feeling for it?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, feeling good. I feel good when I move. So like in all seriousness, that's why I want to do it.
Straight from here to Chicago.
Yeah. So fly Monday, and then rest up, deload, get prepped, tan the body, and then go straight in. We're competing Thursday night, Friday night, and then Saturday night.
Why?
So, that's what I qualified for. I qualified for like 3 different races. So I've qualified for everything that you can qualify in Hyrox, so it's like pretty good.
Which is the big one?
Thursday night. Thursday the first one. Yeah. And then.
So what's the Friday and the Saturday?
So Friday is like a relay, so it's like an English team relay, and then Saturday night is like the doubles.
Okay.
So, but they're all like at the top level. Like there's like a specific race called the Elite 15, and it's all at that level. So it's good fun. I'm just excited to get back to doing a bit of this training afterwards.
Good. That's what I want to hear. Every Hyrox athlete, all I want to hear is that they're doing the Hyrox so they can get Hyrox out of the way. So they can get back into the real business of getting the pump on.
Exactly.
Very good.
No,
honestly, I'm going to be watching. Best of luck.
Thank you, bro. No, I appreciate it. Cheers, Chris. Sick.
Yes guys, we're at On It Gym out here in Austin, Texas. We're 4 days out now from Jake's first race at the World Championships, the main one, the Elite 15. It's Sunday. We've come in today for probably the last kind of high intensity session before we really start deloading.
Feeling good, you know. Been sleeping well. Nutrition's been on point. Training's been going really well, to be fair. I think this is probably going to be our last intense session. So we're going to have a few primers before the race, but this is probably going to be the last big chunk of volume. Yeah, got 3 15-minute workouts today. Just keeping that intensity high. Super excited before, you know, tomorrow we've got kind of like a travel day, so we're going to be traveling to Chicago.
I think he understands more and more on the lead up to the race, his mental state, what effect it has on him and the people around him. And it's not necessarily about always changing or doing something drastically different, just understanding yourself as a person. What do I need to do day to day so that my mood's good? What do I need to do to handle the inevitable self-doubt, anxiety, negative thoughts, all these different things that come into it. For everything that I've seen on this trip, he's already kind of like got a good experience and doing the right things, and no doubt he'll learn even more from this trip as well.
I'm nervous for anyways. I feel like again, because I see all the work that goes into behind the scenes, I see him meet himself up 2 weeks beforehand, I see the stress, I see the worry, I see him doing everything he can to make sure it goes as well as possible. Like, I'm obviously nervous that in case it doesn't go as well as possible, obviously it will never be as bad as what you think it will be. It's his first ever Elite 15 Worlds, but it is obviously really, really, I know how much it means to him, so I just think he's literally worked the hardest that he's ever worked, so it would be such a shame if he didn't pay off.
How's the session going so far?
Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, just alright.
The last kind of 4 weeks have been quite tough. Like, you know, just like I said before, with the ups and downs of training and everyday life.
It's tough. Don't want to speak.
You know, I'll probably be, to be fair, on Thursday, I'll probably, as soon as I finish, I'll just be thinking about the relay on Friday. And then on Friday, I'll be thinking about the doubles on Saturday. So, you know, we only finish Saturday night. That's when we do finish. And then, you know, I think that's the time where we go and celebrate. I say thank you to you guys for being out here with me and putting in, you know, working round the clock, you know, with me. Yeah, I'll just be super grateful for the position that I'm in, no matter what the outcome.
Was that tough?
Yeah, mate, very tough. The last one, so hard. So we did the last workout. It was 12-calorie assault bike, straight into max wall balls in a minute, managing 18 every round. So, and then a minute rest. Repeat that. Then we did 6 times, 5 or 6 times. 6 times we did. Yeah. Couldn't breathe after the wall balls. Heart rate like in that zone 5. Good though. Just hard to speak. And super annoying when you miss the target and you're so fatigued. You need to work on that. Just get angry at the moment, and that just doesn't help anything. I work so much better just relaxed and happy in a race than I do if I'm angry. If I'm angry, everything just goes apart. Some people like thrive off, you know, hyping themselves up and being angry before a race, but I feel like for endurance it's the opposite, because ideally you don't want to be tense, you want to be, you know, nice and relaxed. The muscles that aren't working, you want them to stay relaxed, you don't want to be like really tense. So yeah, it's always better to be kind of like cool and controlled rather than just angry. Might be different for a 100-meter sprint, I don't know, or a wrestling match, but for endurance it doesn't work.